So my dad loved to fish, still does love to fish. Took us out fishing all the time when we were young, and we really kind of had a passion for it. We grew up on this little canal off of the river, and he bought us a 12-foot sailboat with a trolling motor on the back of it. We were allowed to go up and down the canal, and that was what we did. That was how it all started. Working with my brother is very interesting. So Blake is a few years younger than me, and he is as far the opposite personality for me as you can get. I am a very hardworking guy that loves the people aspect of the business, and Blake is also very hardworking but cares far more about the fishing.
Working with your brother is about 50% butting heads and 50% knowing exactly what we're thinking about before it happens. You know, a lot of times since we've done this for so long, you know, I know what he needs to be done and I know what needs to be done, so it just works perfectly. Then the other time, it's usually a screaming match at each other.
So the Middle Grounds trip is a 16-hour trip, 100 miles offshore. The Middle Grounds is kind of a legendary piece of water. You would imagine that for Australia, you have the Great Barrier Reef. Well, in the Gulf of Mexico, you have the Middle Grounds. It's a massive series of ledges and mountains, peaks, and valleys that is full of coral, full of life, and full of fish. It's a place that all the old-timers talked about in the 70s and 80s when it was crazy to go 100 miles offshore, and the recreational world really had very few opportunities to do it. And really what we've tried to do is market a trip to where anybody can afford to go and step foot on one of our boats and go 100 miles offshore and catch a ton of fish and come back the same day. And we invented that trip.
So, you know, my average Middle Ground trips, I wake up at around 1:30, start getting the boat ready. I go pick up my clients at about 2:15 and 2:30. We roll out, I stop, pull about 15 to 20 pinfish traps. From there, it's about a 2-hour drive. Fished in the Middle Grounds from about 5:30 to around 3 o'clock, and another 2-hour drive back home. By the time I'm all said and done eating, I'm back to bed around 9, and time to get back up at 1:30 again the next morning.
If you want to do something awesome, if you want to be one of the guys in 20 years, they're gonna say, yeah, this guy really was a huge proponent in pushing this fishery to the forefront of what it could be, then you've got to be willing to do it. I got into fishing because I love to fish. I don't go fishing today because I love to fish. I wake up every morning because I love people. I love the customers that step foot on my boat. I love my deckhands like family. It's all about the guys around me. And as crazy as it is, I've got 4 guys that work for me that are 21 or 22 years old, 1 other guy that's 25 years old. You know, you put 2 22-year-old guys in a $500,000 boat with 6 customers' lives on the line, send them 100 miles offshore at 1:30 in the morning, and then do it 25, 30 days in a row. And you watch these guys figure out how to be successful in adversity, in weather, broken gear, you know, frustrating situations, and you watch them figure out how to do their job and do it successfully. And that's why I'm here. I mean, that's the whole point. I wanted to build a business that I could put the guys around me in, and everybody makes a good living, has fun, enjoys it, and that is why I wake up every day.